Starting quarterback Shedeur Sanders of the Colorado Buffaloes may face a post-game suspension after Coach Prime of the Colorado Buffaloes suffered a tough loss against the Kansas Jayhawks. In the third quarter of the game, Sanders was spotted shoving a ref, getting physical amongst others from each side, who were all coming in hot together, likely with some fighting words too. After the QB got hit extremely low before that interaction with the ref into the ground on a last-minute hit while being swept up midair by a Kansas defender, things are getting chippy, and Shedeur Sanders is now facing potential future punishments. Before we get into the thick of it, please be sure to leave a like and even consider subscribing if you enjoy what you see and hear. Thank you for watching so far, folks. Night Owl Visuals reporting in today's college football story and new media news. The Colorado Buffaloes did take a rough loss versus the Jayhawks recently, and of course there is more news coming in from a series of unfortunate events that took place during the game and spilled over to things after the game. As seen here in this clip, Shedeur suffered a huge blow very shortly after passing. Although the tackle only knocked over Shedeur a second or two after the football was leaving the quarterback's hands, it was really a brutal, gnarly tackle that is getting not so great criticism from both sides of the hit due to the timing and the way the tackle was executed and how the players conducted themselves afterwards. All unfortunately just negative things that did not need to quite happen that way. After being tackled aggressively, Shedeur was understandably confrontational on the field to referees, including players who were all getting chippy from both sides, and they were becoming aggressively heated and in the midst of things. Shedeur apparently did essentially push or shove a ref while arguing. I think he was trying to almost get himself up, and his teammates were trying to hold him back a little bit, and it was just a huge mess. And Shedeur did still end up continuing to play without any actual penalties or suspensions in the game, but overall didn't quite matter, unfortunately, because the Buffaloes did lose still 37-21. Which is also making their championship goals a lot harder to reach. It's also important to note that in the NFL, situations with big well-known players where bias can come into question depending on who is involved on occasion and how refs should rate and grade their approach to the situation. An example of this is former Las Vegas Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch, who faced a one-game suspension for bumping an official during a game after the Kansas City Chiefs during the 2020 season. NCAA rules do specifically outline suspensions for repeat offenders when it comes to targeting. 3 targets is a one-game suspension, and for fighting with other players or coaches, 2 fighting incidents is a one-game suspension. So there are rules. People do need to talk things out. You can't just get physical even if emotions and everything is in the air with a sport that is primarily physical. Fox broadcaster Mike Pereira said the following regarding Shedeur's potential suspension. Yeah, there's no question that he pushes the official. Look, I get why he's upset because people are almost climbing over him after he was down, Fox Sports broadcast officiating expert Mike Pereira said. But the officials can use their hands all they want to try to keep order, but he cannot come back as a player and push an official. In the chaos, the officials don't see it, but he's lucky he wasn't ejected from the game. Overall, I can see Shedeur Sanders or any quarterback rightfully getting upset due to being hit in such a rough manner, and especially really having a tough time just getting up on his feet, and the other team isn't being as cool about it. But at the end of the day, putting hands on a ref or anyone in general is not okay or cool. If you are trying to make a point or are becoming angry, usually acting like this or acting out and lashing out more physically aggressively won't ever bode well over for anyone, no matter who they are, especially if it is a situation that can be talked out or reviewed by professionals instead. That is what should have been done, and things should have not escalated. At the end of the day, I do wish Shedeur Sanders the best. The Colorado Buffaloes have had a great record right now so far this year, and they're really stepping things up in general for their programs, so they have a lot to look forward to. And I do hope in the future the Buffaloes won't face any extra punishments after games are not only played but also lost, which will only not help a team as a whole and hinder their whole process. Without a doubt, I will keep everyone posted on the situation as everything progresses further into the 2024 season. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Night Owl Visuals reporting in. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment for more regular video content. Until next time, peace.